Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. So for the monthly scopes, I'll be using a spread called the Flying Bird, which intends to bring to awareness the energy you may be going towards the month of May. So Scorpio, it seems like this month you are being asked to allow life's flow, the life's current, to take you exactly where you're supposed to go, to be less resistant to what's coming your way, because in that self-preservation and self-defense attitude, you become resistant, and many times you put out that attitude for good reasons, because you've been hurt in the past, because you've been betrayed in the past. So now you have built a stronger defense wall and perception about who is worth or what it's worth to come into your space and what it's not. But the problem is when we create this over excessive defensive attitude and we create resistance. And when we create resistance, we're no longer able to also realize that we are blocking the good things to come into our life. So there's a lot of positivity wanting to come into you, wanting to maybe take some burden out of you and just let yourself have a month of really just experiencing life and the joys of it. But in order for you to get to that point, you really need to stop being so resistant to it, because maybe it's an unconscious pattern and you're not realizing it. But it's there creating a wall that's not able to let the good things come in. So the first card in the departure position, or the here and now in the month of May, you have maturity. So you've come a long way. You had done all this hard work. You achieved a point in your life where you know what you want, and you in that maturity, in that knowing of exactly what you want to achieve, you created this stability, this foundation inwardly that's able to sustain your dreams, that's able to manifest whatever spring dreams and wishes you are hoping for, because you've worked hard on that foundation. You've worked hard on that soil. So it could have this flowering process happening. So the spring could come, and the flowers could come, and the fruits could come, and the harvest could come. So you are getting to the point of the harvest. You are getting to the point where you just feel that you have a lot of abundance inside and outside of your life. And this is a promise of success made upon hard work until this moment. So you may begin the month, also we are in the Taurus season, you may begin the month very grounded in your goals, in the things you want to achieve, in financial opportunities, in just being in touch with the earth qualities in a very mature and wise way, knowing exactly what you need to do in order to achieve those things, because you are achieving, your consciousness is achieving the state of maturity that allows these things to happen. And maybe in becoming so mature, and that's why the card of resistance or the fear of flying is playfulness. Maybe in having to become that mature, maybe on having to become that adult, that adult attitude. Again, maybe you've created some resistance, and you know it's about balance. It's about knowing when you have to be the adult and when you can be, and let your inner child come and play and just experiment whatever she wishes to. So the fear of flying is leading into the idea that because of that resistance that I was talking earlier, uh, you may have a hard time just letting loose, just appreciating and playing with your own creative abilities, with your own sparks of passion and inspiration, and just letting again that inner child walk free and loose to discover, to get more inspiration, to get more desire, to get more passion. So as being a challenge, the playfulness, it's about you really just letting loose, letting again that flow to come into your life and let yourself go with it because it has wonders waiting for you. You know, if you've been in a time of really loneliness or depression or bitterness or darkness, that is fading away, and a lot of joy is wanting, is surrounding you. It's just about you having the perception, you having the judgment with clarity, the vision with clarity for you to see what's right there in front of you. The response to that fear is experimenting. So again, step by step, daily try to experiment something new. Try to diverge from your comfort zone. Try to do something new that feels exciting and different to you. Something that nurtures you, that nurtures that playfulness, that inner child that wants to break free and play and get inspired. Whatever you like to do, with whoever you like to do. It could, this is a three, so it could be with associates, with other people. Just experiment, just do things out of what you consider ordinary, out of you consider normal, because it's about you experimenting and broadening your spectrum of experiences. And by experimenting little by little, you allow yourself that resistance, that fear of flying, you allow it to go away because it will transform into what it is, which is just your inner child wanting to talk to you, wanting to guide you in the moments where you need to be that child and where you need to remember um, that child essence and voice in your dreams, in your love, in the things you want to achieve. Because again, you started the month with maturity, so you want to achieve something, you want to manifest some kind of success. But in order for you to have that fully spring, you need to open up a little bit and you need to experiment. The intuition card is moment to moment. So again, the intuition is leading you into just, having the balance right here in the present moment, not worrying about the effects what of the present in the future or in the past, because they're already gone. When the only thing we have is that moment, that instant moment where we can experiment, where we can play, where we can achieve um, the perfect balance, because I consider that the future is the present, because you don't know if that he will come, if the future will come. You only have the present moment. You only have right now. So it's about the more you open up to this idea, the more you experiment and you live life in the present moment, and you just completely present within yourself and where you are and what you're doing, your intuition will rise, your guidance will rise because it's what's asking you to do. So when you start, like this guy is doing here in the card, when you start walking, and even though you're still trying to know how to perfectly balance all things in your life, when you just start doing it, The inspiration, the intuition will lead you, will guide you into whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve in your life and you're hoping to manifest in your life. But first, you need to do the actual steps, which is just about, getting up, going outside, uh, taking a different road to the work, doing something different with your partnerships, calling that person you wanted to call a long time ago and you keep delaying it. Just experimenting a new kind of food, something you wouldn't normally do. And just while you're doing it, have fun doing it. Play, play with that moment. Even if you don't like what you're doing, at the end, it still be the experience. The experience will still be there, and the fact that you were completely there in the present moment, doing it, will drive this amazing intuition, amazing inspiration to guide you to where you're supposed to go. And the intelligence response to that intuition is going with the flow. I don't know what to tell you anymore. This cards, all of these cards is really talking about being in the moment, letting the currents of life lead you, guide you to where you're supposed to go. It's not that it's out of your control. What it's in your control, it's again what I was saying, the present moment, the moment to moment. And the things you actually do to fulfill those moments, those present moments. And this month we're being asked to be even more aware of that, more aware of the beauties that surround you every single day. Every single minute there's something happening right in front of you that should inspire you, that should bring that beauty of life right in front of you. So going with the flow is the intelligence response to that moment to moment. Where you're going with the flow, you have this renewal, you'll have this emotional renewal, this emotional happiness and contentment, this opportunity of new regenerated love, transformed love, lead you, guide you into the relationships you have with yourself, with others, with life, with anything. The relaxation and acceptance card is completion. So the relaxation and acceptance is beautiful. Is that you are just coming to this point. It's a full circle time. It's where you're coming to a completion. Something it's ending and something is beginning. You're right in the transition point. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful because this is such a positive card. It's the world card in the traditional tarot. So what you need to accept is the world. You need to accept the good things that are coming your way. And you see like the last piece of the puzzle is being fit right here in the middle of the forehead, which represents the third eye. So your perception, finally, maybe finally, your perception is opening up to this really broader um, sense of life. And now you are able, with this completion process, you are able to see things much more clearly, much more beautifully, much more wisely, because you've come a long way until this point. And what you need to relax and accept about is the things that seemingly ending are ending in a good note, are ending as a positive tone, because what they bring you is again the maturity point of you having everything you have been dreaming up until this moment, of you having exactly everything you need to feel fulfilled, to feel okay, to feel just, inspired by your own life, by your own daily experiences of life. And you've come a long way until this point, Scorpio. You did. So let yourself Celebrate that moment. Let yourself be proud of what you have achieved until this moment, which is greatness, which is kindness, which is a whole new way of dealing with yourself. And when you have this whole new way of dealing with yourself, immediately you'll have a whole new way of dealing with people, of dealing with partners, and of dealing with life itself, which is the arrival of this flight, and it's beautiful. And there's this beautiful card, which is friendliness. Taurus season is your opposite sign. So during the month of May, that seventh house is being activated, which means it could be a month really focused on your relationships, and it could really be a month focused on what those relationships are projecting from yourself. So with all this process that I described until this moment, you arrive at a complete new way of partnering up, of a complete new way of relating with the people you love, where you merge together your beautiful colors, your beautiful traits, but you're still individuals, grounded on foundations, grounded on their unique individual um, forces, even though they blend together so well. Neither of them are trying to take others' individuality force, others' individuality life, source. So it's about a new kind of respect in relationships, a new kind of harmony, a new kind of realizing that it's not with control, that it's not with jealousy, that it's not with possession, with fear, with deep insecurity, that you'll have the deep, profound relationships you desire. It's exactly when you do the opposite. When we let the bird fly, eventually, if he is meant to be ours, he will come back to us because we gave him the thing he most valued, which is the freedom. But if we keep holding it and smothering and not letting him breathe his own essence, he will run away and he won't come back even if he wants to, because he's not able to be himself or herself around you. So this could be with you, this could be with your partner, if you have a partner, if you don't have a partner. And it's about what I was saying, it's a complete new way of seeing partnerships, of seeing relationships, of seeing how both parties can be individuals, beautiful individuals, and merge so well and be in such a beautiful state of respect for each other, that it's unconditional love in a sense, because they love that person fully, not trying to change one bit of it. So Scorpio, I have to say this is a beautiful spread. I think you have one of the most beautiful spreads of the month. So I wish you that you have that ability to just open up to the daily moment, the daily experiences of life, so you can let yourself be guided to this new state of relating, to this new state of evolving your consciousness in love relationships. So I wish you a great month. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing. It really means a lot to me. And we'll see each other in the next video.